To another edition of the ipam Student Union Hour. Of course, you've seen Honorable Minister of Energy, and he's not just a minister but also a mentor and also a strategic planner in the field of ipam Student Union government since President Kaba took over as president. Well, today we are here to deliberate or to give an update about the recent improvement that you guys have been seeing, which is the ipam solar system. The man behind this project or the man behind this work is not a person but the Honorable Minister, which I will allow him to introduce himself and give the detail. Thank you very much for honoring my invitation, sir, and thank you very much for this wonderful time.
Thank you very much. My regards to all. I am the substantive Minister of Energy and Power. My name is Maada samura. And to fairly enough, I have my deputy, who is Michael at BCC, of course she's not here, of which I believe an interview also should have to do with you.
That's it.
Yeah, I think first and foremost I want to thank God Almighty and also the thanks of President Kaba for giving me such an opportunity to serve in as Minister of Energy and Power. Really, of course, like the President has always been saying, he wants to fix problems of students at ipam. Even though there are numerous problems, yet still, when I was appointed as the Minister of Energy and Power, notably enough, the concerns about attack from students, there's something that I thought of finding ways or means so how we can provide solutions. And thankfully enough, I have this project which I designed called we want to install solar street lights along the pathway of ipam. Of course, there were many challenges, there were many struggles. But thankfully enough, God was on our side to achieve this, and today we have realized this. And like I said, the attack on students was really a bad thing. Students were really complaining to the president, and that has to do with security. And me being the energy minister, I had to conduct a survey. The best possible way we can tackle it is for us to have a lighting system along the pathway of ipam. So I had to design a project on solar energy. Of course, when we took off offices, there were no funds, no finance. So that was challenging, very challenging. And President Kaba had to say, Mr. Minister, how are we going to achieve this? I said, we're going to source external support. We're going to look for funds outside. So we had to tap different organizations, institutions, as well as individuals. And luckily enough for us, we were able to succeed with the Honorable Minister of Energy and Power at country level, which is Mr. Kandi Asise. We want to give our hearts to him for his assistance towards this project. So I think I just don't want to dominate the interview.
No, quickly, I know viewers have captured most of the key points that you just stated, which is number one, you talked about your emotion towards the things that are going on at night towards ipamers, and you find it guilty, or you find it as your own duty as a minister to see how we can offer a solution on that regard. So, some of us have different positions, most likely. In a country like you will see the minister will know that this is my responsibility, but he won't find the will. So, what is the inspiration towards that kind of a perception that you have generated? What is the inspiration behind that perception?
Yeah, well, I think serving humanity is something that I've always been practicing, right, until a time like this. I've served in different capacity and I understand what it meant to take up responsibility. This is not a new one on my part. Okay, I think there was a time when I was with Kaba and we had an incident from a student saying, oh, she was attacked last night, and of course her fees was in the bag and gets stolen.
Wow.
So I felt that thing, and the president was like, this is a concern for us. So right away I started working on the project. I did the concept paper. Again, I had to develop the project, which takes a lot of time. Gets to the president, he approved it, then we started going out with us. So the source of inspiration was that particular incident on that day.
Well, they said the downfall of a man is somehow an inspiration towards success. That's what the normally says. So the downfall of that lady has led to this inspiration. So viewers, I hope you learn that the Honorable Minister here is not just a minister, but as well as a mentor. So one thing last week I asked President Kaba, said, Okay, now let's fix this project, the last project. But who is the main man behind this? And we said the honorable minister. He is the man behind it. So like, what are some of the innovation, like the innovative idea that you think giving to us young people or giving to young people that can be needed for people, like when you are trying to write writing projects or building concepts in order for it to be looked upon? Because to write a project is one. To let that project inspire somebody like the minister who is going to propose, I can't just say it means you are an expert in that kind of arena. So we want this interview to be a part of learning platform for others, including myself, for us to learn that, okay, now these are some of the steps that you utilize for this project to be a successful project, as of now where everybody is enjoying from. At least even my kids will be, when my kids will start attending ipam, they will enjoy the facility that you have created. So let's stand for me, sir.
Yeah, thank you again. I think come to think of it, I want to point out a key word: commitment. In whatever thing we are doing, one should be committed to it. Okay? Of course, it will interest you to know that this is the very first time for me to play a project.
Wow.
Of course. From the little that I've learned at this institution, that's what I used to build on.
Wow.
Right? And with the consultation from other people, right, made this success. But however, no one should feel shy, right, in taking up his responsibility. The challenge was told to all cabinet members that we should come along with the project. So sooner we get this task, I started working. I started consulting people, friends, people that knows better than me. I started talking to them. They started guiding me. So this is a similar situation that anyone could copy. Okay, come to think of it, I'm representing a very simple person who always have a open door policy. Whenever any ministers, appointees or so, thinks he needs me, I think my door is widely open for guidance. Okay, I'm not difficult, but commitment is something key in whatever we are doing.
But just to guys, I don't know for you, but I've learned 5 things in this short statement from the honorable minister. The honorable minister is a man of his words and is a man with self-discipline. This is the first time for him to do project like this. But one thing that I also learned is that don't be afraid or don't be ashamed to act that's like as if you know something and you feel so shy that you cannot learn from people that you're supposed to be learning from. So this is something that I've learned in this short tenure. So please guys, let us learn. Let us use his stamp where he said the open door policy. Let us also take that into cognizance and see how best we can use that to learn, because we are all in university and different platforms to learn.
Yes, and again, my brother teacher, I think I must add to this. The solar system that has just been installed, it is for the good of every student within ipam, which I believe ipam has way above 12,000 students. Okay? This is not about black or being about white, but for the general student populace. So this means it is our responsibility to ensure that we watch over these solar, that bad people cannot destroy them.
Exactly.
Right? Because it will gladdens my heart whenever I come back to ipam, even though I'm graduated.
Yeah.
But whenever I come back to ipam, see them in the work in order. Right? It will please me. And whosoever, and even you teacher after graduation, whenever I come back to see, you want to recall that we are part of the government when these solar were installed. And that's gladdens your heart. I'm sure. I think come to think about the sustainability aspect of it is one thing that gladdens my heart. Speaking with the contracting engineer, because they have a lifespan of 40 years. So they are 40 years, so you imagine that length of time that it will serve not only ipam but the community as well. So this is a wealth and process of benefit. It can benefit both ipamers and as well as people living within this community as well. So it's something that we should hold